Hi there, clever home buyer. Welcome back. And it's great to see your face. Wish I could. Hopefully, I get to see you on our weekly Zoom meetings. And this whole module, Module 7, is quite confronting to some people. There are people on this planet who are born negotiators. They just are confident in the space of negotiating. My husband's one of them. Me, not so much. I had to actually teach myself certain phrases to say in order to sound more confident when negotiating. And so it's not just something you can be born with. You can certainly learn the confidence to negotiate and the words to say. And the reason I have spent a lot of time with this particular module is that negotiation doesn't have to be scary. I think the most important thing to do is if you're feeling flustered when you're on the phone to somebody talking about uh, mega money, is to stop and say, breathe, and then simply say something like, I'll get back to you within the hour, or I'll get back to you within 5 minutes, or refer to a higher authority and say, I need to speak with my conveyancer. I'll be back to you within the hour. Something like that. Buy yourself some time. That's what I'm saying here. Okay. So if the thought of negotiating scares you, buy yourself some time until you can breathe and then determine exactly what you're going to confidently say. My tips for negotiations would be the same tips I give to people when they're bidding at auction, and that is maintain the same tone of voice throughout the conversation, maintain the same volume of speech throughout the conversation, the same speed of speech in the conversation. So you're not speeding up and talking a lot faster or really slowing down. If you really slow down, it makes you seem not so confident. All right. So we're talking about maintaining the same speed, tone, volume, and if your negotiations are in person, body language. You'll sit like this and negotiate if you're seated, and you don't be like squirming, fidgeting, looking around, checking. No, it's just like at auction bidding. Same tone, volume, speed, and keep it consistent. So let's have a look at this page. How do I negotiate? Your negotiations started from the moment you first met the real estate agent. Mark my words, that's so true. Leave an impression, leave a lasting good impression, not a negative one. Don't go through the open homes going, that's disgusting. Or, putting the sales agent off. The sales agents worked really hard to get this listing, and you need to say things like, wow, this place is beautiful. Or if the place isn't beautiful, say, wow, this is a lovely street. Or, my goodness, I just love the view out of the back deck. Find something positive to say. Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. I must have read that over 30 years ago. And so much of it is still true today. And it's an easy read. So if you're needing to get some kind of like a different angle on how to create good relationships with sales agents, you could read that book. I'd encourage you to. There are many other books out there, but that one I like. It's just, I don't know, it had an impact on me when I was younger. Negotiation in its simplest form is the process of two parties coming to an agreement. It's not just about haggling over price. There is so much more to take into account in a negotiation. Sometimes, yes, it will just come down to the dollars, but there are other factors that should be discussed in a negotiation. Each party will have their own needs and their own constraints, their own motivations. I believe a successful negotiation is one where both parties feel that it was a fair process. If you approach a negotiation with fairness as your main value and you are a good communicator, you're halfway there. Negotiation also depends on whether it's a buyer's market or a seller's market. Are there multiple people who want to buy the home? Or are you the only interested party? This will influence how you present your offer and how you conduct follow-up negotiations. So I shall see you in the next video.